Hey guys, Spring Break here. This is like something that's really been bothering me and why I haven't been making videos recently. So yeah, if you look at this fucking asshole right here, dude, you need a new hairstyle. Oh, ugh, oh, that cuts deep, dude. Oh, my soul. All right, let's take a look at your hairstyle here, dude. I'm not good at spelling. Yeah, dude. You need to get a new hairstyle. Boom! Roasted. I'm fucking beautiful. Hey guys, Spray and Pray here, and welcome back to Victoria 2. Today we're going to be continuing our campaign as Austria, and I actually have no idea where I left off here. And now some of you might be saying, well, why don't you just watch your own videos? And I say to that, bitch, I don't need to watch anybody play this game, but play the game myself. That almost didn't make sense. That almost sounded like I should have watched my video. Anyways, last video, I believe we extended our noodly appendage all the way to the southern Baltic Sea. So, hooray, sea to shining sea, as it were. We're definitely the ones who invented that phrase and saying. Okay, let's move some troops out of here. We're gonna get going. I kind of know what we're doing. People want to vote. Tough shit. Okay, you guys can go suck an egg. How about this? I'll let you have censored press. Okay, you guys can have press, but, you know, only after I censor it for you. Some rebels in Saxony. Well, let's go kill those. Saxony has been a good little slave slash ally. I mean ally. We can't even walk, you son of a bitch. Alright. Well, here, we'll get some access from them. And then we can go kill their rebels. Oh, if they didn't accept it yet. You cunts. It's like they don't want us to help, almost. Alright. Did we demobilize? Yeah, we did. Okay. Cool. So let's go ahead and take a look at this, because this can be very helpful when figuring out what the hell we're supposed to be doing. Alright, I think what we want to do is we want to beat up France. France, though, is pretty powerful. They got 135 brigades. I mean, of course, I believe we have more. We have 172, so yes, we definitely do. Do we not have some in production? Yeah, we're building some, and we can build more. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. We're going to just build artillery, because artillery is the shit. We're going to crush these guys. We got to figure out what to do with Prussia. Because we can't admit hegemony again. And I'm kind of worried that since we didn't do that earlier, we might not get a chance to. But, I mean, our sphere is looking good. It's looking okay. Unfortunately, Prussia is getting influenced as we speak, so we're kind of going to have to rely on them, hopefully regaining somewhat, you know, back to great power status somehow, which is not going to be super terrible for them. They're getting there. Their military is going to go way up, at least 80. So, you know, they'll probably eclipse Japan shortly. So that'll be good. We can go back to war with them again. And then the reason why we couldn't do this last time was because if we didn't take this land, they would still be a great power. They were still a great power when we were fighting them, which was ultra annoying. So this time, now we know if we fight them some more, we can get them down to be less than great power status, and then we can add the, add to sphere goal, Casus Belli. Now, that still doesn't change our position with France, unfortunately. France still is a problem. Now, especially because they used to be allies with War of Unification. Oh, we have the War of Unification against them? Oh, did we get nationalism? I think we did. Okay, cool. So that's awesome. So at least it's letting us take over this land now for fun. So obviously we're allies, right? So the thing is Italy allies with anybody yet? They're allied with Spain. Is Spain a great power? I believe so. That sucks for us because Italy would have been a good ally. Alright. So if we disally France, who's the United Kingdom allied with? Probably Russia, I would guess? Yeah. Alright, the Russia. Looks like there's some rebels in Prussia over there. That might work to our benefit, might not. So really, if we fight France right now, it's just going to be Belgium, Luxembourg, the South Germans, those fucking assholes, and Switzerland. So Switzerland, I don't think that's that scary. The South Germans we can steamroll quickly, hopefully. Belgium, again, only has 1,800. They might have more in their capital, but it's probably just 1,800. We have the Netherlands allied with us. I think we want to start looking to go fight with France right now. So let's see what we can do. What are our other allies right now? We have all the little dudes in here, like Saxony and stuff, so that's still not to be trifled with. I mean, kind of. You know, they're not zero. They don't have 0 troops. It's a big army, Holstein, but it says 000, so I don't know what the fuck is going on there. Yeah, Schleswig is under our control, so we have everything we need to form Ultra-Uber Germany, besides Prussia, and besides this Alsace-Lorraine area here, which we're going to rename, I think, once we take it over. But we do have a War of Unification possibility on them, so that's what we're going to be using shortly. Yes. Good. Alright, so we are going to continue on here. The Ottomans are sphered and allied by Russia, and I'm probably not worth it. I'm just trying to see if we can sneak any other friends out of this. Probably Netherlands, we can make better friends. Let's go ahead and get military access from them. And give them military access. So we need to probably just dissolve this alliance here. I'm going to go ahead and do that. We dismissed France as an ally. Now, let's go ahead. That's going to piss them off, probably. Oh, that's my... I got 2 cans. That's an old can from earlier today. Gotta get the sugar flowing, you know. Get some more zits and shit. Alright. So now that France is not our ally anymore, I wonder what that's going to do to the great power situation. Because, you know, maybe stuff will happen. Who knows? Anyways. I just wanted to do that because I wanted to see what we could do. So let's declare war. Obviously, a war of unification. Of course, it's for our little core here. Netherlands will not accept, but everyone else will accept except for Montenegro. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Because Netherlands kind of would have been nice, but on the other hand, too, Netherlands might have sucked because Netherlands might have just let them steamroll into us anyways. So I think if we fight this like on 3 speed or 2 speed, we can win. Especially if we just crush these guys really quickly here. We can get a butt ton of war score. Can we get rescue those guys? No, but as soon as the war kicks off, we can. Also... No, the problem is since they changed that, like you used to be able to just call them because instead of it being like absolutely not, they will not come. It used to be like okay, maybe they'd come. There'd be like a 50% chance, so you could just ally them, ask them, ally them, ask them. Every time they refused, you just re-ally them. But they changed that in the new patch, so you actually get a solid answer. So since they're saying no now, they'll say no forever. So it's worthless. It's hopeless. I mean, again, it's still nice though that they're not at war with. It's very nice that France is not allies again anymore with Italy, because that would have been very problematic. Alright, we're going to go ahead and mobilize our units. We might as well do that early on. It could give us the real edge that we need. And let's take a look at our spheres here. It looks like everywhere where we have sphere, no one's actually fucking with us, which is really nice. We're trying to fuck with the South German Federation, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think we're going to be more likely to get that in a peace deal with France, or, you know, just piecing out the South Germans individually for spherization. Alliance offer with Mecklenburg. France is like, please, can we have that alliance back, bro? They're like, what the hell are you doing? Alright, with an Anhalt, which I believe is this guy here, we can now add them back to our sphere. Excellent. Was there anybody else who just meandered out of our sphere of influence up here? Looks like Schleswig either was never in it or... yeah, okay, that's fine. We can influence them. Nobody else seems to care about them, so that's good. Let's go ahead and build their railroads for them and just invest in them. That'll give us a lot of extra points. We can build railroads if we find them places, but it looks like most of the places have it all built everywhere. Now, how's Prussia doing coming back to be a great power? Who knows? They're at 9th, so, I mean, I guess somebody knows. But yeah, their military score is really, really low still. Of course, it'll go up. Okay. So let's go ahead and get France killed. Alright, we're going to declare our war of unification. We're going to call all of our allies, because, you know, fuck Netherlands if they don't want to come. Alright, let's just go a day so everyone can bring their things here. Alright, let's just make sure that it says Netherlands didn't come. The traitorous Netherlands, you bastards. Alright, so of course these guys came, so let's kill these armies very quickly. Let's actually just send all of our troops into these battles too, and sieges. So the French are going to have bazillions of troops over here soon. But at least we can peace out quickly with the South Germans. So, because if we can just full siege them really quickly, they're not going to know what to do with themselves. Besides, just peace over with us. Alright. So if I can make some sort of a wall here in the mountains, that would actually be ideal. I believe this province here actually connects with some of this stuff. I want to try to see where the most efficient place to wall them off is. Obviously in the mountains, but I understand that it probably won't matter. So let's just let's see how this strategy goes. We're really crushing these South Germans. It actually might, you know, thinking about it now, kind of like in retrospect, when I was talking about it earlier, it might have actually been better that they were it might be good news, a good thing. Because we're gonna get a butt ton of war score just very quickly from this. Alright, of course there's some Luxembourg guys there. That sucks for us, but you know what, it could be worse. Let's get these guys into Augsburg. And let's get this army up to Zurich, because we want to be reinforceable. Here, we won the Battle of Munich. Good. We're really hammering them hard over here. Okay, so I'm going to take one of these armies, and we're just going to make sure that the front line is reinforced, because the last thing we want is to do battle over these things here. So here comes a 56k. They're going to get there on March 11th. We're going to get there on March 15th. So we're going to want to pull back a little bit here. Alright, that sucks, but they're kind of running around and overextending themselves. Hopefully. So let's see how it keeps going here. I'm going to turn down the speed a little bit because it's kind of a little bit lightning fast for me right now. So they're mobilizing, which is what I anticipated, the South Germans they are. So that's good that we're all in their territory already, because that's going to just stop them in their tracks doing that. Now, Germany is not fighting me up here, which is really good, because that means that, you know, if we can go ahead and do a good job and beat these South Germans quickly, then we can peace them out, and then they won't be in the war anymore. And that also means that we don't have to deal with them. Like this corridor will be cut off. The French can't go through here if we force them to be in our sphere. And then we peace them out, of course. Then they won't be in our sphere anymore, obviously. Alright, so I'm just going to keep an eye out for, you know, a mega stack attacking one of my dudes over here. Because unless that happens, if we can just sit on these sieges and beat up the South Germans enough to get them to peace out with us, then we'll be good. I'm happy to just sit here and do nothing. They're coming to attack me here, so I'm going to try to reinforce and see if that'll change their mind. It did not. They are going to dump a shit ton of troops. I shit you not. A shit ton of troops is about to drop on this province right here. I'm going to just try to dump more quickly, so maybe they'll stop. Alright, we're moving in a bunch more. Yeah, we're already winning that battle, so I think they gave up. Excellent. They're sieging us down here, but again, it doesn't matter, because if we 100% siege these dudes, then they're just going to be screwed regardless. So that seems really good to me. We just have artillery here, literally, so let's go ahead and send... split half and send half of our infantry into there. I mean, it's good, I guess, for the siege, but it's not so good for everything, any other type of doings. Now, this army here is going to be in a very vulnerable position, so I'm going to go ahead and take an advantage of that. And we're going to go and kill it. I'm going to split this army. Alright, and then that army should kill that. So this 34 stack is probably way more than 34, since it did battle with us just there. So I'm going to merge these guys, let them recover morale and stuff. And hopefully more dudes get in there. Yeah, there we go. Good. Alright, so the South Germans want white peace, so that's not going to happen. Let's go ahead and see if we can get our war goal out of them. We need some more jingoism first, so let's win a couple battles and see what happens. Obviously, we have a lot more. We just took Munich, so that might have been enough to do it. That might have been enough to pop it. So let's see if they'll give us the war score. Alright, no, but it's going up pretty quickly, I think. It's hard to tell sometimes because the numbers, like, they look like they're going up, but if you look at, like, you know, the hundreds place or something, then you're like, oh shit, it's actually going down. Fuck, like, you know. Alright, how are we doing in this battle? We got plenty of infantry, plenty of artillery, good. We're destroying them, which is exactly what we wanted. Another one battle for us, and look at our little vassals out here, so cute. They're killing our little infantry, like our little mobilized shits. So that sucks, but, you know, like I said, it could be worse. Let's take a look at the actual war here. Apparently, we still outnumber them, so that's very good. France is pretty strong, of course, but they don't really have anything else, and the South Germans have been eliminated. Everybody else seems like they're eliminated from us, too. But, you know, there's a couple of guys like Saxony, who's pretty big, who looks like they're holding their own. Saxony is actually, like, the same score, or a little bit less, like, only slightly less than Prussia, which is kind of hilarious. Battle of Trent. Oh, that was this guy here. Did we just lose 9 war score from that battle? Jesus Christ. Backpack us, sissies. Alright. Cool. So let's take a look at these South Germans again. We are almost there. We are getting there slowly but surely. I kind of am afraid to be in that place there. Alright, let's see. Tunis, would you come to battle with me? They will not accept. What bastards. Alright. So the trick is, after we do this, we gotta somehow sneak into the mountains. Now, they were dumb enough to engage us there in the mountains, so let's see if they're dumb enough to just keep on dumping troops in. Because if they are, then, you know, that's totally fine with me. Okay, good. They stopped dumping troops. Okay. Are this mountains? Yes, that's mountains. The good news is, see, like, the AI is too dumb to just dump their troops into a fight like that. Like, if they see mountains, they're not going to be like, oh, you know, that's an incredibly awesome defensive position. They see it, and they're just like, meh, you know, that's a regular province to them. But, you know, their loss, our gain. Going to definitely take advantage of that at any time you can. Especially since, you know, the AI cheats enough on its own that you don't really have to feel guilty about taking advantage of it when you can, too. Okay, so let's see. We should have enough Jingo, I hope. Oh, we are so close with the Jingo. The Jingo is not going up that quickly, though, you know? Alright, there we go. My Jingo. Alright. Alright, so we can make them a puppet, which is 10 infamy, so that's not happening. So, let me see. I think what I actually have to do is I have to go to France. And I have to add a war goal, take from influence. So that's only 4, which is doable. So if I do that, it's going to be 20 war score. So how much war score do we actually currently have right now? Enough to actually peace out. We have actually way more than we need, even. So let's go ahead and add the take from sphere in a minute. We're going to fight a little longer. It looks like France doesn't really have that many troops anyways. They're only at 177, which is exactly where they were earlier. So we've gone up probably a lot because of our mobilization. Yeah, we're almost double them. Well, not double. We're like over 100,000 more than them, though. So let's fight a little longer here, just to kind of let our infamy get to exactly what it needs to be. They engage us again in the mountains here, so we're going to show them how that's a dumb idea. Maybe they'll pour more troops into it, maybe not. Alright, we're taking a lot of attrition, of course, but I think it's kind of worth it to just maintain our positions, but maybe we can back off just a tad. The French are beating up our little vassals out there. I don't know if I should help them or not. It's hard to say. Salzburg, we won. That was another 1 war score. Thanks, Salzburg. We're losing it at 0.3 a month. So it's going to take like 10 months. No. 10 months would be 0.3. So I think what we can do, let's see what happens. I don't think that I think you have to be at 26 infamy, precisely, to get screwed over, to get infamy war declared on you. So let's go ahead and just add it. We'll be a little reckless here. We are technically over the bad boy limit, but maybe not. In before declare by Russia, declare by Ottomans, declare by Italy, declare by France, by England. all the great powers are just gonna fucking just shit on my doorstep right now. Anyways, let's go to see France after this. That Wargle gets added to the tally here. We are losing a little war score. We went down to 39 instead of 37 because reasons. So if we take Austria-Lorraine, we'll actually get a bunch of score too because, that's where it's important. So they would currently not accept an offer even though it's exactly that. But so it looks like we need to win a couple more decisive battles, which, I kind of expected. Now, if I rally enough troops, let's go ahead and just dump some troops into this battle here. And see, all these guys are kind of just standing back here on top of each other, so it's not going to hurt if we have them in there. So let's go ahead and just move these guys forward. We're going to have them all go in and take over the Lorraine territory. Because our vassals, nicely enough, they did it. They did kind of what we needed. So anybody who's not heading there, we're going to have them just kind of reinforce this line down here. And see if we can just hold them back for now. Because that's what we're trying to kind of do. I'm going to split this in half and bring back home half. I'm going to move these newly produced units away. Alright, so it looks like we're engaging some pretty big stacks with some pretty small stacks. That sucks. Let's get some more dudes in here. We have way too many dudes going into that battle and way too few dudes going into this battle. So let's get some more dudes over here. I'm really curious to see how's this doing. Like, look at how good we are rolling. Let's see. We're losing... I can't see the number. It looks like they're losing more people per day than us. No, we're losing like a couple hundred more. Alright, here, let's just have these guys stay. We'll have a couple dudes, one dude stay. We'll send some more dudes up front. And then we'll send some more dudes into that battle just to make sure that we win. They're engaging us in the mountains again. Thank you, AI, for being a dummy-dumb. And with this, we should hopefully get enough dudes. Or enough score, I mean. Alright, so I'm going to split this in half, and we're going to just kind of disperse these armies a little bit. But, of course, we've taken over the new territory, so that's the important part. So let's see how our score is doing. We're up to 52%, France. Alright, you ready to go? Alright, thank you, France. Thank you, buddy. Alright, so now we have these guys in our influence. So literally the last thing we need to do is Sphere of Prussia. And then we get ourselves a nice and juicy Gigantor Germany. So the sad thing is we're not going to be able to do that for a little bit. The good thing is that, we'll be okay. We have 100 influence and sphere with them, so that's excellent. So let's see. Did it put them into hostile? Ooh, baby, it did. Thank you, game. Alright, well, you've seen it first here. We crushed France pretty bad. We demobilized our troops. We're at a gazillion infamy. And hopefully we get another free Casus Belli on these guys. I hope. Yeah, they should become a great power again. So, and I mean, we have to wait 4 years. So our infamy now that we're at peace, it'll change to minus 0.08 per month. So hopefully we can get down to something reasonable. I think the sphere Casus Belli is like 4 infamy. So that's all we would need. Maybe we don't even get caught. Let's see. Will these guys give us access? Ah, yeah, cunts. You're in my sphere. You better give me access. Alright. Well, I guess our troops are stuck over here for the moment. That sucks a little bit, but you know what? We're going to get these guys out of there. So we'll have the bulk of it. And, if anybody's going to declare war on us, it's probably going to be like Prussia or somebody. So not too afraid. Alright, good. And obviously, once we form Uber Germany, then we'll be good again, too. Now, this influence is going to be really important. So anyways, we'll probably be forming that in the next episode, guys. I'm super excited. I'll see you there. Thanks so much for watching. Spray and pray out.